Hello, everyone, and welcome to week 5. This week together, we are going to tackle emotional development, student self-perceptions, as well as their social cognition. So scroll down with me, if you will, to our readings and media for the week. This week, you're going to have the opportunity to read chapters 11 and 12 in our class text, as well as to watch an introductory video related to Bandura's social cognitive theory, which is very fascinating. Excited to know what you think about that. This week during our discussion board, you're going to have a chance to reflect on the emotional conditions of our students. Specifically, some students are labeled as having behavior challenges when really the root issue is a serious emotional condition that's just manifesting in a behavioral condition. So for this prompt, please describe the support systems and personnel in place at your particular school. And then go ahead and choose one student situation when you needed to intervene on behalf of a student displaying an emotional condition that was affecting their behavior or their academic performance in some particular way. Please make sure to go ahead and change the name of the student to protect anonymity, and share with us what was the situation, and then how did you work with internal or external support folks at your site or outside of your site to get that student the help that they needed. All right, so excited to learn from your examples about that throughout the week ahead. The other task on our plate this week is assignment number 3, which is related again to our students' self-regulation and emotional health. So this is going to be due November 17th by 11:59 p.m. You can go ahead and click open the link to the assignment here. I'm also linking this in the announcement for the week as well, so you probably saw that already. And when you click there, this instruction sheet pops up. So let's just talk through this together briefly. For this particular assignment, you're going to read through the instruction sheet and then open the corresponding template. When you open the template, you're going to select download as a Microsoft Word document, rename the document and save it as a new file, and then that's what you're going to submit to Canvas as your actual assignment submission this week. When you do click open that template, you'll see that it's just a very basic Google Doc template. And you can literally, once you make a copy, just type your responses to each aspect of the assignment in this document and then save it per the instructions, and that's what you'll submit via Canvas. So nice and straightforward this week, and you actually get a little bit of a break from APA format. So some of you will find that exciting. All right, so let's take a look at the actual criteria here. Did want to more formally reiterate, so while APA format is not required, please do give proper credit using APA style citations and include a brief references section at the bottom of the template that's already included for you, along with an example of how to complete that. But in terms of your actual writing this week, you don't need to adhere to every little rule when it comes to APA 7th. All right, so part number 1, you're going to spend 1 page, and this can be double space typed, obviously, describing a task. So in your past readings, readiness for different tasks in school was said to be a function not only of cognitive development, but also dependent on sufficient social and emotional development. So from your experience, please describe a task that requires cognitive, social, and emotional readiness, and the type of problems you've observed when individuals might be developmentally ready for a task in one of the 2 areas, but not all 3 of those areas. So describe that in a page. Part number 2, we're going to focus the page on self-regulation and self-efficacy. So you're going to provide a 1-page speech on the importance of effort that you could deliver to your student group to improve their self-efficacy and their beliefs about their own effort. In your speech, go ahead and use language that's appropriate to the age level that you teach or interact with, and be sure to identify for me the level so I can be tracking with you. And then go ahead and tell your students about methods that you're going to teach them to help them develop their own self-regulation and self-efficacy in age-appropriate, developmentally appropriate ways. All right, and then part 3, we're going to focus on applying theory to practice. So you can select any of the concepts addressed in the readings and describe how that could be implemented in your particular classroom. Okay, and then number 4, locating resources. On our assignment template, you're going to see numbers 1 to 10. So we'll switch over there and you can see those outlined at the bottom there where it says part 4 resources. For this, you're going to do an internet search and take notes of resources related to the task or the need that you identified in part 1. Self-regulation strategies from part 2, and or implementation strategies from part 3. So across those areas, you should locate at least 10 sources, and you're going to number those sources from 1 to 10 and follow the example below on this instruction sheet regarding the type and amount of information to include for each source. So for instance, for number 1, maybe your topic is internet safety. So then you're going to provide the website title where you found information about that particular topic, a very brief description about what we would find for this particular source. So for instance, this is the FBI's website on internet safety geared for use for grades 3 through 8. Provide the actual URL and then just jot down a couple of implementation notes. Based on the information found on this particular site, I would use the age-appropriate descriptions of the type of dangers posed to children on the internet, and I would introduce them to children and send home a parent-child activity so that they can be working on that together at home. Okay? Hopefully you'll find this assignment to be meaningful and relevant and linked to your actual practice. Hopefully you'll be able to find resources that actually will benefit the students in your classroom, as well as any sort of parent-student partnership at home. Yeah, just best of luck, best wishes on that particular endeavor. Again, due on Sunday night by 11:59 p.m. Our rubric for this particular week is very straightforward. So I just articulated the 4 major sections of this particular assignment for you. And we're really just looking for thorough and engaging description using high-level writing skills in each of those major areas 1 through 3. Then when we get into the source area, just making sure that all of the required elements listed in the example in the instruction sheet above are clearly and thoroughly provided, and that you're using 10 different sources. All right, so blessings on that work this upcoming week. Excuse me, I'm so tired today, my friends. Blessings on that. And before I leave you to it for the week, just wanted to go back and reflect on our scripture reading for the week together as well. So coming back into our week 5 content here, our Christian message for the week says, be completely and gentle, be patient, bearing with one another in love. Make every effort to keep the unity of the Spirit through the bond of peace. So much easier said than done, particularly when we're going to engage in conflict with people in our workplace and in our lives outside of work. And I know for many of us, conflict is not enjoyable. We've talked before about how it really is a natural and inevitable part of our relationships. And when we think about conflict, really the key is understanding and working toward healthy conflict, which can teach us more about the other person, more about ourselves, and hopefully may strengthen the relationship that we have. So plenty of resources exist with tips and tricks for managing conflict effectively, including the Bible. And so in challenging times when we're confronted with difficult interactions, just want to encourage you to remember God's particular tip in the verse above and to think about how God's direction there might help you navigate a current or upcoming conflict in your life. As always, I am here behind the scenes cheering you on. I'm here to support you in your endeavors, so please don't hesitate to reach out to me with any questions or clarifications that you have, either about the discussion board, assignment number 3, as you're looking ahead to assignment number 4, which will be our upcoming group project. Again, you can check out your groups under the People tab there. Happy to be here to support you in any and everything all throughout the week. Have a wonderful week ahead, and I look forward to engaging with you in the discussion forum.